Hey guys, it's been a while since I have done a video, and I happen to be dealing with some pretty severe allergies right now. If I whistle, like vocally whistle in this video, it's because usually near my birthday I end up with bronchitis. However, it decided that it was going to take its sweet time in delivering my birthday gift this year. And so now I've got like a little bit of congestion. I also just did my nails like an idiot, and the acrylic liquid that you use is very, very stinky. So I think my respiratory whatever is partially because of that. I also dyed my hair today, so you may see a little bit of coloring. Oops. But you know what? Whatever. Whatever. I'm not perfect. Neither is anyone watching this video. And that's why I love all of you. So, the thing that I wanted to do, once I get my shirt fixed, is to talk to you guys because one of my very favorite people that does videos decided that she was going to do a video about her teeth. And it's one of the things that is blogged about her a lot. And some of the things that are said are very, very mean and very cruel. And I wanted to do a video in support of her and her quote-unquote horse teeth that she has dubbed them in her video, but also people say about her. She has a very diverse overbite, which causes her front teeth to be a little bit more pronounced. But before I go into that, I mean, look, let's talk about how great these nails are. Seriously. I've never had stiletto nails in my entire life, and I decided that I was going to do them. And if you guys are wondering what this very gorgeous demi-matte, which it doesn't really look like a demi-matte, but that's what it's advertised as. This is, I believe it's called Commotion with a K, and it is Sinful Colors, Kylie Jenner. Not supporting Kylie Jenner, really like the color. And it's got like a gold, it's a very Eastery purple. It's got a gold shimmer to it, and my nails look amazing. So if you see me waving them a lot in the video, that's why. So anyway, I wanted to do a video in support of her because I too have some pretty jacked up teeth that I have been sometimes embarrassed about. Sometimes I'm told that I have a really cute smile because my front two teeth are very like this, but they're more like pointed in the front. And then the teeth that are on either side have twisted themselves, and that's when they grew in because I always like bit my nails and stuff when I was a kid because I had severe anxiety. And one of the things that people do when they have anxiety is they either bite their lip, which I do. They bite the skin around their fingers or bite the nails themselves, and then when they get no nails left, depending on the situation, they could go further and really hurt themselves. I have not done that because I'm not a fan of pain that happens without my meaning for it to. Like a piercing or a tattoo, cool with. Purposely hurting myself by doing stupid things like biting my nails, not a fan of that. So anyway, my skin is really dry and I'm trying to not like pick at it, but you might hear me scratching a little bit. I'm scratching my upper arm. I get really, really dry skin and I end up with a ton of allergies. So when my body goes haywire, I end up, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I end up with these, can't really tell, but it's like a little scaly thing. There is a kid at my local Chick-fil-A who has it really bad. It's all down his face and down his neck and all over his arms. And I've heard other customers talk some crap about him, and it's not very nice because eczema and psoriasis is very hard to deal with. And that poor child has got to be on every allergy medicine known to man to manage his scabs and his just itchiness. But he's a very kind kid, and he's very nice, and he knows me by name. And he hands me my lunch every other week because sometimes I'll catch him, sometimes he'll be getting off work or whatever. But anyway, again, another thing that is a social stigma. If you have any acne or anything that's wrong with you, people are quick to point that shit out, let me just tell you. So when I would date people in the past, not all of my boyfriends or girlfriends have had straight teeth. The boyfriend that I had when I was a senior in high school had fangs, and that's where, like, a lot of in Japanese, like, pop culture, like, a lot of girls are excited to have their canines, like, protrude a little bit more forward so that they kind of do, like, a little thing over the top of their bottom lip. It's very fashionable for them, and it's in trend for them. However, when you try to kiss somebody that's got fangs, half the time I'd end up bit, and he was very conscientious about that. So it got to the point where we decided to not date anymore, and we decided to be friends. And then I met the boy that I lost my virginity to, and he had an overbite, but it's not as bad as mine. He had a slight overbite and really yellow teeth, but that's because he drinks soda like crazy. I drink a lot of tea, so parts of my teeth are really yellow, parts of them are really white, and I do have what's called rickets. And what that is when you have a calcium and vitamin D deficiency, they leave freckles on your teeth. So my back teeth, which unfortunately I can't show you because I don't have the technology to, like, put a probe in my mouth and show you. I have two teeth. It's actually two teeth on the top, one tooth on the bottom, two teeth over here, one on the bottom. And none of them are my wisdom teeth, but they have like little, like, brown freckles, and I thought they were cavities, so I went to a dentist, and they assured me that it's not cavities, it's rickets. It's because I have a vitamin D deficiency. It does not matter how much sunlight I get or what things I eat. I still have to take a 50,000 milligrams. I'm not kidding. It's a pill about this big, and it's green, and I have to take it every Wednesday. Sometimes I forget, and then I end up really, really tired because I don't have that in my system. And unfortunately, it's something I have to do for the rest of my life. So, with that being said, now that we are, like, back on the subject of me talking about my teeth. So that's one problem I have with my teeth. The second problem I have with my teeth was the two that are turned, and then these that come literally to a point like that. I have a very severe overbite. Like, so, like, you cannot see the bottom four teeth. Like, it pretty much goes to my canines on the top and bottom. See? The other thing is that I had a Libre and I had a Monroe. So, if you notice, you see that right there? Where that gum is very, very, very far to where it should possibly be for healthy gums and teeth. That's because I had this Libre, and because my two bottom teeth also are like this tooth overlaps, it caused my Libre to kind of push over when I would eat, and then it would rub. So that one gum over that tooth, that's why I had to take that out. And I wear it every now and then, but if I eat, I definitely have to take it out because it will continue to erode the bottom of that tooth, and it will continue to push the gum down. And I know the next time I go to the dentist to get these wisdom teeth removed, so hopefully it will help with my allergies and hopefully with the tonsil stones that I also get. Hopefully they won't yell at me too much. But then the Monroe I had, which you can't really, I mean, I can feel it on the inside. It feels kind of like a canker sore, but not a painful one because my hole's closed up. However, here is the same as down here, because when I would eat, it would do this and constantly rub. My guy that did my piercing, he advised me that he couldn't do it further down because then it would catch on my teeth in between and possibly chip my teeth. So he pierced it up like a little higher than it normally should be, because if I ever wanted a nose ring and if I ate, it would get caught. So anyway, so that is pretty much my teeth. I did promise Bunny that I would make a video in support of her, but also to talk about my teeth and what piercings will do to your gums and your teeth. So if you have a dentist that's chewing you out because you have the cyber, which is one here and one here, or you've got snake bites, which are here, or you have dog bites, which is here and here and here and here, you will have that erosion to your gum line like I do, and you will be talked to by your dentist if they are a decent dentist and they care about your teeth. I have no doubt at some point in my life I'm going to have more of these teeth taken out, and I'm really worried about this tooth. Again, I can't really show you my tooth because it's so far back in my mouth, and I would literally eat this iPhone that I'm filming this on. But this wisdom tooth that I have, usually when you have a molar, like this is the bottom, here's the gum line, your molar comes up like this, right? Well, sometimes when you have wisdom teeth, which those of you that are teenagers watching this video, I apologize for cussing earlier, I just realized I did cuss earlier. However, when you have a tooth, or molar, or wisdom tooth, they're supposed to come up like this. Well, this one right here came up this way. So you've got one molar here, that's the normal molar, that's straight up and down, that may be offset a little forward, because remember I have extreme overbite. So you have one molar here, and then here's my other one that came up, see if I can do this right, came up kinda up under my other molar on this side. So what I'm really worried about is I don't know if my dentist is going to have to take that one and what damage it's done to the one here. So I know it's going to sound really silly, but I think what's going to end up happening is, you know how like when some of like your parents or your grandparents have had teeth removed and then they have this like gaunt look to their face? Like that? It's because there's no baby fat anymore. There's no tendons that are in that part. There's no muscles that are in that part of your face to have that structure that's part of your face. So my thing is I'm gonna like be the perfect candidate to do zombie makeup on for you guys later once I get these teeth taken out, or this tooth. I think he's gonna pull both teeth. But one side of my face is gonna be like, you see how I'm actually chewing on my cheek now. But you see how I've got roundness here, and then it's just kind of, it's like I've contoured the hell out of my side. So, so that's my kind of big concern is, you know, am I going to have to get a partial at some point? Because if they take those two teeth out and those are healing, you still have to eat, right? And I'm such a hardhead, I'm probably still going to drink sweet tea until the day I die. I drink sweet tea when I go to work. I come home, I drink flat, don't even think about it, putting sugar in it. I just brew it, shove it in the fridge. But I'm thinking it's probably going to continue on down the line because I don't know if I have any bone disease in my jaw. Like I said, I'm a prime candidate for tonsil stones, which look like really hardened yellow. I mean, we're talking like, if I could find a yellow, like, here we go. I'll show you guys. You know how like yellow books get? Like this? That's the tonsil stones I end up with. And one, it's because of allergies, because I always floss, I always brush my teeth, and I always rinse my teeth. I gargle, and I hate Listerine with a passion. However, because of my allergies, your tonsils are kind of like, this. They look like they are flat, like this. But when you look at tonsils up close, they have all these little pockets that are in between. Well, I get them really bad, and they're like this yellow. And not only that, I don't know if you guys have ever had tonsil stones pulled out at a dentist or done them yourself. You can do them. I wouldn't suggest sticking fingers or fingernails in your throat. I've done them with the backs of clean makeup brushes or an eye pencil or a Q-tip that I can just kind of chuck in the trash as I do it, so that there's not disgusting saliva all over the place. But one of the things that happens with them, I would compare it as to when you were a kid and you're kind of exploring your body, as you normally do when you're a kid, and you dig into your belly button, and then you're like, what am I going to do with this? And then you're, oh my God, it's the same kind of stink. It's like, it's a combination of if you've ever smelled your belly button and had to take veggies that have expired, like wilted, gross, should have been in the compost ages ago, and you open up the container because you're an idiot, and you get hit with that like disgusting, rotted, spinachy belly button smell. That's exactly what these stones smell like. And the reason for that is because your tonsils collect all of that dirt and all of those allergy whatever you got, because your nose drains. And when your nose drains, it goes right up under your eyeball. It goes in front of your ears. So when you blow your nose really hard and your ears pop, it's because of that pressure from your nose. And then it goes down to the back of your throat, which sometimes you cough, and then you're coughing that stuff up, which also hits your tonsils. So all of that stuff you've got going on that are allergies, or even when you do that and swallow, whatever stuff you were trying to sneeze out is now caught in your tonsils. And it just kind of just does this number and moves around, and dead skin from your throat and your roof of your mouth and your gums and all of that just do this, and then it turns into a little ball that is, I think, the biggest one that I ever removed. I'm trying to look for something so I can show you guys. Was, okay, I'll show you on my little Lego guy. See, even he's not happy. He's like screaming and trying to show you his. He doesn't have any, so he must have incredibly hygiene and no like allergy problems. See, he doesn't have any tonsil stones. So anyway, one of the tonsil stones that I've pulled out, the biggest one I've ever had, was the size of his little hand. So, you know, they aren't incredibly huge, but if you don't look for them often, they can be a problem, and they would need to be removed by a dentist. And what he'll do is just take that little vacuumy probe that he has and vacuum your tonsils out. He holds them forward with forceps and just goes like this and vacuums them out. So if you're scared to death or you have horrible gag reflex, just go to a dentist and get them done. You won't get yelled at because it's not something that is, I said, you know, my Lego had incredible hygiene, but really, if you end up with tonsil stones, don't feel like a freak, because you're not. It's one of those things that you'll get them or you won't. If you are terrible with allergies, you definitely will get them. The catch-all for that to get rid of those is to have your tonsils removed, or you go to a dentist regularly. Which you should do anyway, because one, you get your teeth cleaned, and if you have incredible insurance, sometimes you can get your teeth cleaned for free. You get any sort of x-rays done, so if you have a problem or you're like, this tooth is really sensitive and I don't know why, then your dentist could be like, well, the reason why it's sensitive is because it's your wisdom tooth, or the reason why it's sensitive is because you told me you drink a lot of sweet tea. It's a cavity and we have to fill it. The only thing that I would say to be nervous about whatsoever as far as a dental procedure is a root canal, because it is very labor intensive. It's very expensive, but sometimes people have no choice. Like with me, with this extreme overbite that I have, I may at some point have to have a root canal, because my 2 teeth on this side, I think if he gets in there and tries to take this wisdom tooth, he's probably going to have to do a root canal, which means they have to do a little bit more work to get the root out. Because sometimes they'll go to pull a tooth and it could fracture, and that's one of the most painful things, because then your whole mouth is sensitive, because you're like, well, you know, here's this carrot, maybe I can chew on this side, and then your other jaw, because you can't really pivot your jaws to eat, you know. So you bring down this other jaw too, or this other, you know, portion of your face down, and you're like, I can't eat anything. I'm going to have to drink soup for the rest of my life. No, you go to the dentist and take care of it. But anyway, long story short, I just wanted to do a quick video on my old iPhone, which has amazing quality still. And this is the iPhone 4, for those that you know. And my new one is an iPhone 6. However, the space on it sucks. So it's either have me Tomo or do videos for you guys. But then I realized my iPhone 4 does exactly the same thing. So I will be updating a lot more now and doing videos on this now that this phone is completely cleaned off, because I moved everything onto my other phone. So if you have any questions, or you just want to talk teeth, or you have something that's not teeth relative, but something else that just you get picked on mercilessly about, or glasses. I mean, we could talk glasses too. I'm not wearing mine because, as you guys know, every time I try to talk to you, I end up with this like yellow orb in one of my eyeballs. So I do videos without them. I'm not embarrassed about wearing glasses because I buy really, really cool frames. But it's a way that I can talk to you guys and know, and you know, I've always been one to look people in the face when I have something important to say, or something that I think will help or benefit other people. So if you guys have anything that just embarrasses the hell out of you, that you don't feel comfortable by talking to anyone, or you just are like, you know what? That's enough. If she can get on here with her snaggle teeth and talk about how jacked up her overbite is, then maybe I can post about, you know, something that really embarrasses me. Or even if you don't even want to have your face on camera, just to stand back, or, you know, flip the camera around and go, you know, I really just want to talk to someone because I am embarrassed about my weight, or I hate my hair, or I look like a boy, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm a girl, I just happen to be a tomboy, or I'm really thinking about transitioning, and I have girl and guy friends, but I don't know if they'll accept me, or, you know, things like that. I mean, anything that you feel is a social stigma that you would like to vent or talk to somebody about, I will listen to you. I don't judge people, for the most part. When people are being hateful, that's when I judge people. But for the most part, I just want people around me that I care about and that I try to not really perform in front of, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a YouTube celebrity like Markiplier or Graveyard Girl or any of them, but I am one that is willing to listen and offer a little bit of my wisdom that I have, and also be a another ambassador for people that are strange and unusual and may have quirky things that they have about them physically or mentally or emotionally, or just them themselves, being themselves every day and just having a hard time walking around, getting out of bed, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so just post down below, or if you would rather shoot me a message on Facebook, I am Hecate Macbeth, like Hecate the witch, Macbeth as in Shakespeare, both are together. And I'm willing to listen. So I hope you guys may have gotten a few laughs out of this video, or may have learned something new. And if there's anything that I can do to make your day brighter or help you, I'm going to continue to do it. So I love all of you, and hug yourselves around the neck, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye.